Welcome back to Old Charles, your go-to place for coin history, hidden treasures, and collector insights. In today's video, we're diving deep into the 1965 Liberty Quarter Dollar. Could this coin be worth more than just 25 cents? Let's find out. In 1965, a major change happened in U.S. coinage history. Due to a nationwide silver shortage, the U.S. Mint removed silver from quarters and dimes. That meant the Washington quarter, which had been 90% silver since 1932, was now made of a clad composition, a copper core sandwiched between two layers of nickel. The 1965 Liberty Quarter marked the beginning of this new era. Although it's still called the Liberty Quarter, because of the word Liberty on the obverse, it's officially known as the Washington Quarter. On the obverse of the coin, you'll see the familiar profile of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. Around the edge are the inscriptions *Liberty, at the top, "In God We Trust," on the left, and the date, 1965, at the bottom. Flip the coin, and the reverse shows a majestic eagle with outstretched wings, perched on arrows and surrounded by olive branches, symbolizing strength and peace. In 1965 alone, over 1.8 billion quarters were minted. That's right, **1, 819, 717, 540 coins ** to be exact. All were produced without a mint mark because, at the time, the U.S. Mint had temporarily removed mint marks to discourage coin hoarding. Outer layers, 75% copper, 25% nickel core, 100% copper weight, 5.67 grams. So, what's a regular 1965 Liberty Quarter worth today? If you find one in your change, its value is about 25 cents. Yes, still face value. But collectors pay a bit more for uncirculated or mint state coins. A 1965 quarter in MS-63 condition might sell for $2 to $4, and one in MS-65 or higher can fetch up to $10 or more, depending on its luster and strike quality. But here's where it gets interesting. Some 1965 quarters were accidentally struck on leftover 90% silver planchets from 1964. These rare silver error coins can be identified in a few ways. They weigh 6.25 grams, heavier than normal clad quarters. They have a distinct silver ring when dropped and they lack the copper-colored edge. These silver 1965 quarters have sold for hundreds to thousands of dollars at auctions. One even sold for over $7,000. Off-center strikes, double dies, clipped planchets, all of which can raise the value significantly. If you want to check your 1965 quarter, use a precision scale. If it weighs around 6.25 grams, it might be silver. Check the coin's edge. Is it fully silver-colored or does it have a copper ring? If in doubt, have it professionally graded or authenticated. So, while most 1965 Liberty quarters are only worth face value, some rare errors and high-grade examples are truly hidden treasures. Check your old change, ask your grandparents, or visit flea markets. You never know what you might find. The 1965 Washington Quarter, often called the Liberty Quarter because of the word Liberty on the obverse, marks a major turning point in U.S. coinage history. In the early 1960s, the United States was facing a coin shortage, primarily due to the rising value of silver. Quarters, dimes, and half dollars were made of 90% silver, and by 1964, the metal content in these coins became more valuable than their face value. As a result, people began hoarding silver coins, and fewer made it into circulation. The U.S. Mint was under pressure to solve this crisis quickly. To fix this, Congress passed the Coinage Act of 1965, which changed the composition of coins. Instead, they were made from a clad composition, a pure copper core sandwiched between two outer layers of cupronickel, 75% copper, 25% nickel. This new quarter weighed 5.67 grams, looked silver in color, but had no actual silver content. Fun fact, ***, to discourage coin collectors from hoarding the first year of these new clad coins, the U.S. Mint removed mint marks from all coins between 1965 and 1967. Even though the composition changed, the design stayed the same. The Washington Quarter had been in use since 1932, created to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday. Obverse ** features the left-facing bust of George Washington, designed by sculptor John Flanagan. Inscriptions, "Liberty, in God We Trust," and the date, 1965. Reverse ** features a bald eagle perched on a bundle of arrows, with olive branches below, symbolizing war and peace. The 1965 quarter was the first clad quarter ever minted, and the U.S. Mint produced a staggering number to meet demand, all struck without a mint mark produced at Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. But indistinguishable due to no mint marks because of this massive production, the 1965 quarter is one of the most common U.S. coins from that era. While most 1965 quarters are common, a few rare and valuable errors exist. A small number of quarters were accidentally struck on leftover silver blanks from 1964. These weigh about 6.25 grams, instead of 5.67 g. Some have sold for thousands of dollars at auction. Double dies and off-center strikes * minting errors like double die obverse or clipped planchets also increase value. It was the first year the U.S. quarter was made without silver. It marks the beginning of the modern clad coin era. It was part of a bold economic move to save the U.S. coin system. Rare errors make some 1965 quarters highly collectible. When it comes to coin collecting, condition is everything. The value of a 1965 quarter can change drastically depending on its grade or condition. Here's a breakdown of the different conditions collectors use. Nearly perfect, extremely rare for 1965 worth, $100 plus, especially if graded by PCGS or NGC. If the 1965 quarter was struck on a silver planchet by mistake, its value jumps significantly. Use a magnifying glass or loupe ***. Look for sharp edges and clear details. Check the edge color ***. A copper-colored stripe means it's clad. Solid silver edges may indicate a rare silver error.